The $1 billion Coca-Cola scam.
You're in the cinema, about to watch yet another sequel to a forgotten
Thank you, Bezo, for the 34 months.
franchise
Play Signalis? Hell no.
nobody asked for. You're getting popcorn and a drink to drown out your Jared Leto-induced sorrow with a sugar rush. You pay, and they hand you a cup. Then you see it, glowing red and chrome, the Coca-Cola Freestyle Fountain.
These are all over America. I've been to like Sweden, and obviously I'm in Australia now. You just never see these. They've got like 20 options on the screen. It's insane.
Here, you can choose between over
Look at that. Look how many options there are. Dude, you can get Powerade from them.
100 different flavors. Cherry Vanilla Coke, Peach Sprite. Maybe you'll go crazy and mix Fanta with Powerade. Or maybe you just pick a classic. But this machine is way more than just a soda fountain. It's not just...
I mean, isn't it a scam? Because it's mostly just water, and then they add like the smallest amount of syrup in there.
serving you a drink. It tracks everything you do. And while you're picking your favorite flavor, it's quietly collecting data. Data that turns customers into test subjects. Data that Coke will profit from tremendously. The Coca-Cola Company is said to have invested more than $1 billion in this machine, but they're very likely turning its capabilities into much, much bigger savings and profit.
Could you imagine if they started putting ads on the screen as well?
Today, we're diving into how a drink dispenser became a global lab and what role you play in all of this.
I like how sensationalized YouTube content is now. They're talking about like this, your global overlords are spying on you, and it's like, it's probably just collecting data to see what drinks people pick the most. I mean, I can guarantee you, because people are becoming more health conscious, it's going to be Coke Zero that's the most picked drink out of that machine. Like I reckon every single machine, it's always going to be Coke Zero.
The Coca-Cola Company is one of the biggest beverage producers on the planet. The conglomerate controls almost half of the global soda market, making billions in revenue every year. And one important way they sold their many drinks
Wait, what were the other
producers on the
options?
planet. The conglomerate controls almost half of the
Dr. Pepper isn't owned by Coke? I didn't even know that.
global soda market, making billions in revenue every year. And one important way they sold their many drinks has long been soda fountains. In the olden days, ordering a soft drink would work
I'll be honest, I really don't like Coke or Pepsi. I've gone off it.
like this. You'd walk up to the counter, place your order, and someone would pour your drink into a cup. Then self-service fountains arrived. Now you could fill your own cup at your own discretion. When you were a kid, this fountain was everything. You could mix yourself something truly undrinkable.
You. Why would you mix that? That just sounds disgusting. Also, I've noticed as well, depending on what country, it really depends on how your drinks taste. Like Dr. Pepper Zero in the UK, yummers. Dr. Pepper Zero in America, because I've noticed that like the drink stores here in Australia, a lot of it is American imports. The way like the how it says calories and stuff, you can immediately tell it's American. Disgusting. Like zero sugar drinks in America are vile, dude. I don't know what else they put into it, but it is disgusting. They just taste like battery acid.
However, in 2006, Coca-Cola and other beverage makers noticed something worrying. For the first time since 1985, the sales volume of carbonated beverages had declined. People started to focus more on their health and well-being. They were increasingly looking for sugar-free drinks and low-calorie options. But Coke's fountains just weren't ready for that. At that time, only about 1% of all Coke fountains in the US even offered Diet Coke. Meanwhile, the choice of sodas at convenience stores had increased dramatically. Rows and rows packed with hundreds of bottles and cans. But Coke fountains were stuck with the same limited run-up of kind of boring standard flavors. So they had to come up with an idea that would change everything. The Freestyle fountain's design is interesting. The red, the chrome, the sculpted lines.
I won't lie. If I got a machine that only gave Powerade zero sugar, I would be living off that.
It kind of looks like it wants to become a Ferrari when it grows up. And that's not a coincidence. It was developed with Pininfarina, the legendary Italian design house that shaped the curves of Ferrari itself. You slide your cup under the dispenser. Now comes the fun part. You see dozens of bubbles on the screen in front of
What the hell is Minute Maid and Mezzo Mix? What is Kinley? Coke and orange soda. That doesn't sound terrible. What's Kinley? Dude, that logo is terrible. That just looks like it's for a bank or something. Oh, it's still water? Okay, I hate to... Okay, I would actually be the guy that gets Kinley, unfortunately. It's big in European and Asian countries. It's used as mixers. What kind of water is it, though? Is it just water, or is it like spring water, or... Oh, there's a lot of flavors for it, damn. What's Minute Maid? You don't know what that is? Canned juices. Associated with lemonade or orange juice.
One of you.
I'm guessing Lift is just like an energy drink.
Each bubble is labeled with a different drink. Mezzomix, Coca-Cola, Powerade, Lift, Fuse Tea, and Kinley. In total, you could choose over 100 drinks. Back when you were a kid, this would have been impossible. Restaurants used massive 19-liter syrup canisters for every single drink option. Nowadays, all these flavors fit into just about 30 tiny cartridges. The cartridge design is inspired by medical tech, where precise dosing is critical. Just as insulin pumps deliver exact amounts of medication almost drop by drop, the Freestyle system carefully meters syrup and carbonated water.
I like how we're comparing
pour.
measuring diabetes medication and soda.
In theory, every pour is perfectly measured, drop by drop, turning your drink into a precise masterpiece. But Coke from a Freestyle fountain actually tends to taste a little different from the one you buy in the supermarket. In contrast to the old canister systems that pre-mix syrup and sweetener, Freestyle keeps flavors, sweeteners, and carbonated water separate. Now, when you press the button, the flavor, sugar, and carbonated water are combined on demand. This can make your Coke taste slightly different from other preparations. Staring at the bubbly screen, curiosity...
Well, that's why people think it's a scam, because it's just giving you mostly water and then the syrup. But obviously the syrup does give the flavor.
Curiosity kicks in. You came in for your...
What's the script? I will be honest, it isn't. But some of the things this guy says makes me sound like this has been ran through ChatGPT.
Usual, but you gotta admit, some options here are tempting. You tap the Powerade bubble, and suddenly a whole lineup appears.
No hate on this channel, but this is the direction YouTube's going, and it has been for a while. Personality channels are being phased out, and it is going to be conglomerate channels that are owned by teams of people. They own probably a dozen channels, and they use AI, they hire a voiceover, and it's a lot less personal content. It's more informative. Like YouTube is, even though the ironic thing is that I've noticed YouTube is becoming more like TV, even though YouTube was meant to be the alternative to TV. I mean, if you look at like, again, a good example here, like Will and E. No hate on him. I love Will. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but no issues with him. But his content is basically turned into kind of like Top Gear stuff now that you'd see like on UK TV. Like that, like this is the route we're going down now with content, where it's becoming more commercialized and closer to TV, which again is ironic because YouTube was meant to get away from TV. So yeah, it's just, I mean, the views he's getting are insane. So this is the way that YouTube's going at the minute. It's becoming a lot more commercialized.
Here's Powerade Raspberry, Powerade Lemon, Powerade Strawberry. So many choices. Which one to pick? You even mix a drink that doesn't exist before. You could create your own secret flavor. And won't that make you special?
Shit, that was the most fucking AI line I've heard in my life. Hang on.
Powerade Lemon, Powerade Strawberry. So many choices. Which one to pick? You even mix a drink that doesn't exist before. You could create your own secret flavor. And won't that make you special?
I think the voice is real, but the script sounds pretty AI.
The Freestyle fountain is fun. It lets you explore. It bewilders. It sparks curiosity. It might even provoke play. And that's exactly the point. Coca-Cola doesn't just...
Dude, okay. I feel like I'm hyperfixating a bit, but I want to see the credits. I could be wrong. This could just be ran by 2 people or something. Yeah, there's no credits. They've credited the artists Epidemic Sound, which means this video is going to get claimed. Great. Made by Hoog, YouTube, and Simplicimus. So this is a German channel.
Wolfgang Templin ist auf dem Weg zur Kirche.
Okay, so it's like a German information channel. So yeah, they've hired a UK voice actor, and then Hoog.
In the 1600s, a man built the most powerful telescope.
Yeah, I mean, I've known channels that have been like this for a while, though, where they are just like conglomerates. Like, they're just meant to basically give really good videos, soak up a lot of views, but they're not meant to be personality-driven at all. Is it soulless? Yeah, a little bit.
Just want to sell you a beverage. It wants you to feel something.
You know, it makes sense now knowing it's German because the script sounds like it's ESL. It literally sounds like English second language. So it makes a lot of sense now.
Technique is called experience marketing. Right here in front of this machine, you're not just choosing a flavor. You're interacting with the brand. You are literally experiencing it. Every tap, every bubble, every choice pulls you deeper into the Coca-Cola universe. And that matters because moments like this make you remember Coke, not just as a drink, but as a feeling. And ideally, it wants you to go...
Because this is the kind of content that a streamer would put on and just kind of watch it, like numbingly, that kind of thing. Because, you know, they've got the 3D assets. They've got like this hook of like, what's the secret behind Coca-Cola? You know, like it's interesting.
Home and...
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really autistic. I just noticed like immediately it was slop.
Tell your friends about that insane machine that lets you mix your own Coke and offers that amazing weird new flavor they so gotta try. And Freestyle isn't the only example for Coke's experience marketing. Think about Share a Coke. Different campaign, same idea. And it's all part of Coca-Cola's bigger...
Bring back the Pepsi Max ad where where everyone found world peace because of Pepsi.
...play, shifting from being just a product brand to an experience brand. Anyways, you ultimately go for a Sprite. You didn't even know Sprite Cherry existed. Time to give it a shot. You press the pour button, then you take a sip. Not half bad. You're not the only one who was curious about Sprite Cherry. All over the world, people have made the exact same choice.
Why do we have the dramatic thud as well? It's like, it's Sprite Cherry, calm down.
Obviously, Coca-Cola didn't offer you this new flavor just for fun. The Freestyle ecosystem is basically a giant testing lab. Every pour, every mix, every flavor you try...
I've seen people take heroin for the first time and hype it up less than that just did.
...feeds into a massive experiment, a sampling program on a global scale. And with this particular new flavor, the experiment actually worked. But this is just the tip of the iceberg.
I mean, Sprite Cherry sounds kind of yummers. If that was zero sugar, I'd probably be buying that.
When Coca-Cola launched the Freestyle in 2009, they packed it with cutting-edge technology. Reliable wireless networks like the ones we have today weren't exactly standard, so Coca-Cola built their own. The network they created links every Freestyle machine directly to Coca-Cola's back-end systems, which are managed through SAP software. Think of it as the company's brain. It keeps track of everything happening across all departments in real time. Every single day, over 50,000 Freestyle machines send data back to this brain. They report everything that's going on inside them, which flavors are being poured, what time of day they are consumed, or how much syrup is left. You might not experiment with your drink choices, but many other people do. That is how Coca-Cola discovered that people really like Coke Orange Vanilla, Sprite Cherry, Sprite Strawberry, and Coke Cherry Vanilla. Some of these flavors started as user creations, combinations people kept mixing again and again at the Freestyle machine.
What about Coca-Cola and heroin?
That could
Others,
be,
that's a good
Coke
idea,
Orange
right?
Vanilla were developed by Coca-Cola. The more people got these, the stronger the signal became, and what started as a tiny bubble on screen ultimately moved into full production. Sure, you could argue the company might have released these flavors
Oh my god. The LeBron James Sprite Cranberry.
eventually either
I never even had a Sprite Cranberry.
way, but with Freestyle,
Gotta taste nice though, right?
those decisions happen faster than before, and might be grounded in better data. But there's more. Before Freestyle, staff had to manually check those giant syrup canisters. They probably used inventory sheets, maybe did a bit of guesswork, and called or emailed Coca-Cola
Want a Sprite Cranberry?
to reorder. Freestyle completely transformed fountain logistics. Every night, the system collects data from this exact machine and figures out how many units of each cartridge needs to be delivered to the cinema. And it's not just based on what you and your friends poured yesterday. Algorithms predict demand and even factor in planned promotions for specific beverages.
Oh, the Five Nights at Freddy's! The Five Nights at Freddy's!
Beverages.
Dude, if I ever do a meet and greet again, I want someone to... Dude, I need to set up a PO box so I can get sent two things. Freddy Fazbear Fanta, and then Vox from Hasbin Hotel U2's plushie. There we go. That's the only two things, and then I'm shutting the PO box permanently.
The system calculates which cartridges need refilling and automatically creates the restocking orders. Those orders are sent straight to the distribution center, and from there, the cartridges are shipped directly to the fountain locations. Every freestyle machine on the planet
Time out the guy that just said autism. Like,
is
okay, true, but get him out.
quietly sinking. Think about how smart this is. With Freestyle, Coca-Cola can optimize their entire fountain supply chain, streamline inventory management, make restocks more efficient, and even improve their production
What about the shoe? I'm commissioning another shoe at the minute, but it's not as big as a shoe. It's smaller.
schedule. It's probably safe to assume that this alone saves the company millions and millions of dollars along the way. If even Coca-Cola is tracking your data in real life, you won't be surprised to learn that your data is exposed everywhere, and there's nowhere to hide.
Okay. I smell an ad read a fucking mile away. You get that bag, random German ESL account.
The data streams don't only report back. Marketers at HQ can push new campaigns straight to the Freestyle.
You wanna see the statue? Okay. This isn't even a clip farm. Like, you can't even tell what it is because it's just clay modeled at the minute. But it is small. Like, I'm not even memeing, it is smaller than the last one. Right, some of you will claim mental illness, but look, Keanu Reeves collects cars. I collect statues. So I was gonna get the Pyro TF2 statue. It's gonna get shipped here. There you go. There is going to be another statue because I cannot get the one from the UK over here. Is it mental illness? Yes. Yes, it is. And I don't care.
It took a while to get to this level. Whenever Coke wanted to push a new campaign or change content, it required a full software update, during which the machine couldn't pour a single drink.
No, it's smaller. No, it is small. It's not as... The other one was like that. And this one's like that. It is smaller.
Not exactly ideal, considering many fountains are located in high traffic,
You have to be joking? No.
like fast food chains. So in the mid-2010s, Coca-Cola integrated AirWatch, a modern device management platform. Now, instead of sending out a massive software update, whenever
Someone said wilted flower emoji. He's deflating.
marketers want to roll out a campaign, they could push tiny data packages while receiving
You're going to put it in a jar? Well, I think it's like that big and like that tall. So I don't think it's going to fit in a jar.
the configurations. The machines most likely stay fully operational. They simply download and display the new content, like this Halloween special. What happens next is called nudging. New content.
Wait, what were the
like
flavors?
this Halloween special.
Lemon and grape, orange and peach. It's just not even Halloween. It's just... You eat Freddy Fazbear and he tastes of peach. How?
What happens next is called nudging. A new flavor might be the first bubble you see, or a short teaser video might just catch your eye.
Bro, you are weird, XD.
You're still
Really, showing that was the thing that sent you over the edge. Showing you that was the thing that sent you over the edge.
Jarvis, please generate a Twitch streamer that will resonate the most with the inflation community. Generating. Generation complete. Your Twitch streamer is Pyrocynical.
Thank you, Furry Stark, for the 10.
free to pick whatever you want, but those gentle nudges make you more likely to experiment.
Dude, you're talking about like taking DMT for the first time. Like, oh my god, he put a bit of cherry in his Coke. Oh.
Thousands of individual recorded choices to try some bizarre Halloween flavor, all feeding directly into Coca-Cola's product development. But wait a minute. This little black dot up there,
Oh no, they're spying on me.
is that a camera? Is this thing recording you? Well, Coca-Cola did plan to install a camera in one of their freestyle models.
Okay, that's too far. Thank you, End Me, for the 5. It's okay, Pyro. I fuck with the statue. My goat. My goat.
They've included it in their spec sheet
Thank you, Justin, for the 2.
and
Wow, Ludwig and his younger brother are both live.
described it with
Who's his younger brother? What?
the words, future capability for motion sensing and facial
I don't look like Ludwig.
recognition. This way, the company could have tracked every smile when you mix flavor.
Wait, didn't Sony try and do a patent? Where you said a brand name? Maybe if Snopes came up, it's fake. Oh, it's true. Does Sony patent or propose viewers skip commercials by yelling brand names at the TV? Say McDonald's to end commercial. That is fucking dystopian. How is that They actually are sat on that patent. That's terrifying. And then you just got the Unabomber.
Flavors. Every frown when it doesn't taste
Okay, can we stop saying Pyrocynical in the chat? It doesn't work like that. You don't just skip the entire stream by saying my name.
right after a little test sip, literally observing which combos make you happy or annoyed. Every reaction
Are we serious?
is data.
Okay, what if someone goes up and they just got told they've got like stage 5 AIDS and they're going to die the next day? Oh, they're not happy ordering a Sprite. Maybe we should discontinue that.
But could they really pull this off? At least in theory. In Europe, for example, strict data protection
Who the hell goes to order a drink and smiles at the machine? If you go to like a 7-Eleven, you smile at the guy like to be nice, sure. No one is like that full of whimsy and giddiness that they reach to get like a Fanta out the fridge. They're like, ah, brand! I love brand!
laws such as general data protection regulations.
Thank God for the EU, man. Like, UK fell off, but thank God. Like, the EU is so funny because they keep making up rules that just completely cuck big companies. Like how they forced Apple to use USB-C cables on their new phones instead of like USB-A to like save on like wastage and stuff.
Would likely not allow this to happen.
Unlucky.
In the US, however, businesses and event venues are increasingly experimenting
EU's the best union, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys.
with quantify build
It's not even USB-A, it's their own cables. Oh, that's right. It's lightning cables. That's right. Yeah. And then they all of it gone. Based.
the machine learning model
Everything should be USB-C now. I don't know why some stuff is still USB-A.
to detect customer demographics. Basically, the Coca-Cola company could know you're a guy in your 20s, standing here grabbing that Sprite cherry. After Fortune asked questions, the post seemingly vanished. A spokesperson for Coca-Cola said cameras in freestyle found
It is so scary that these companies have the ability to capture all of your data and they genuinely don't even know how to monetize it yet. They're just collecting all of it. Like they can collect your age, your emotions, and they don't know how to turn it into something profitable yet, but they're already doing it. Thank you, Enmy, for the 5. Peak slop. Watching this while at work. Pyro review, the job. You're lying.
were just tested in a laboratory setting from 2018 to 2019. When we asked Coca-Cola about this, they did not respond. The creepy camera hole aside, the technology is pretty impressive. A single globally deployed machine expanding flavor variety, strategically pushing experience marketing, enabling hyper-detailed flavor testing, micro-campaigning, and optimization of the supply chain.
Dude, who's been spamming the Fanta? It's about to run out.
You probably stood in front of one of those before and never even had a clue.
Also, I'm going to ruffle some feathers saying this. Unfortunately, Pepsi Max is better than Coke Zero. Someone had to say it, guys. Someone had to say it. Coke is like, it's almost like it's too sweet. Really don't. I mean, they're both mid, but Pepsi does win.
But
sorry, guys.
there is this one central question we just couldn't shake. Just how much
Both are ass. That's also true, but Pepsi Max is better.
are they saving and making with this? In order to find out, we went down a rabbit
Yeah. Pepsi Max here in Australia, like, really is not that bad because it's not an American import.
hole. Annual
Depends on your religion. Oh, your region. I was like, what?
reports, analytics, figures, and company filings, only to realize
Vanilla Coke changed my life. Vanilla Coke is kind of mid. Sorry, man. Coke Lime had a limited release when I was in Sweden. I can't seem to find it anywhere else. Coke Zero Lime. You could barely taste the lime. It was pretty shit. But I've had Pepsi Max Vanilla here. That's all right.
there is no concrete data.
It sucks they don't have Dr. Pepper in Australia. They do, but it's all American imports and they taste like shit. Because I used to love Dr. Pepper, like in the UK, the Zero.
Sure, we found a few clues here and there, but we could barely make anything
You seen that guy, like, who's like he lives in like Ohio or something? Or Salt Lake? And he just has like 3 crates of soda a day.
useful out of it, especially because gains from freestyle are tangled up with other projects. When we reached out to Coca-Cola for comment, they didn't respond, so we had to call in backup. Enter Yannick, the team's spreadsheet wizard. He dove into everything we could find out about freestyle and started making sense of it. His analysis is split into 3 parts. First, payback.
Vanilla Dr. Pepper is like liquid crack. Strawberries and cream flavor. I had strawberries and cream zero. I didn't like it. Or maybe it was cream soda. No, it was strawberries and cream. Yeah, I didn't like it. It kind of tasted like shit. Dude, honestly, like, whenever I go out and I drink it, it'll just be sparkling water.
Let's start
that's it.
with Coca-Cola's assumed revenue from freestyle
I'm boring.
machines. To get a rough baseline, we looked at something similar, loyalty programs like Payback. Payback usually returns an estimated 0.5 to 3% of your spending. Sounds like a bad deal for them, but here's the thing, it works.
I like how whenever you go to a restaurant and it's like, could I get like a Pepsi Max? Oh, we've only got Coke, or like vice versa. And then they say it like you've just said something racist right in front of them. It's like, they're going to get up and leave. It's like those influencers that are like, hey, how did you cook your beef? Because if it's seed oils, we gotta go, bro.
Because when people get a little something in return, they tend to spend even more. And while they do, Payback collects tons of data, or what they buy, when they buy, and where they buy. You can't fully compare Payback to Coke Freestyle, but both follow the same idea.
You're painting when watching this.
Encourage people to buy. Can
you paint me with a Norwood 7?
And learn as much as possible while they do. The data collected through loyalty programs like Payback enables targeted marketing and personalized offers, helping deliver messages that are relevant to individual consumers.
Berries of Flamin' Hot Cheetos Mountain Dew in the US.
I've seen that. Apparently it doesn't taste too bad. Yeah, that's one thing that's really disappointing about Mountain Dew. I love Mountain Dew, but like it's impossible to get a zero sugar or a diet. They just do not stock them anywhere. Like in the UK as well, you'd find Mountain Dew everywhere, but there was never like a zero sugar. Like zero sugar or diet Mountain Dew is so rare. Maybe in America it's really common, but like other countries I've been to, it's just zero.
Studies like this one show that loyalty programs can improve gross margins.
Yeah, Mountain Dew has some weird ass flavors.
By 2 to 4%. Not simply because people buy more, but because companies can make smarter, data-driven marketing and product decisions. Using that logic, we can conservatively assume a 2% margin on revenue for Freestyle. This is a very rough estimate, but enough to get a sense of scale. According to one source, Coke Freestyle machines
people who drink sparkling water or zero soda are performative AF. Sorry, I couldn't hear you over me opening my liter of sparkling water. Sorry, I couldn't hear you over me drinking my liter of sparkling water.
Spends around 4 billion drinks per year.
How is that performative? Going out and reading a book when you don't read in public, fair enough, that's performative. Thinking you can get milady. So what is wrong? What's with this like war against sparkling water? There's nothing wrong with it.
Assuming an average of $2 per drink and a 2% margin.
Pyro is legit trans with his obsession with zero sugar. What? Explain that in a Harvard thesis, please, the connection there.
That adds up to roughly $160 million in yearly gains, well over $1 billion since Freestyle's inception. Second, the value of data.
LaCroix? LaCroix's pretty shit, man. I really don't like LaCroix. I bought it because... I bought like 5 crates of it because I was a moron. I didn't buy one and just think, maybe I might not like this. I just bought like 5 crates. And it tastes like shit. And also, LaCroix is like, it's like seltzer water. It's just fake water. So it doesn't even have like salts in it or electrolytes. Like there's no potassium, magnesium, sulfates. There's nothing. Like it doesn't even hydrate you.
Back in 2015, Coca-Cola teamed up with Hivery, a company focusing on AI-driven optimization. Their mission was to optimize vending machine sales. One of Hivery's clients was Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling Co., a U.S. bottler with roughly 19,000 vending machines in hospitals across California and Nevada.
Look up Reddit clock strikes 12 and that's how you sound when you drink sparkling water.
Reddit clock strikes 12. I would love to know what any of that means. Reddit clock strikes 12. Okay. He said I sound like this when I drink sparkling water.
You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying, but...
Clock strikes 12. Midnight arrives. Cock your guns and sharpen your knives. There's a grand
This is terrible.
prize for the bat's demise. So knock him dead and bring his head and we'll all celebrate. We'll party at one. We'll all...
I'm not watching all that. I'm not watching all that. That's agony.
Hivery software combines sales data with machine learning and some algorithms to predict demand for every beverage in every machine. Reportedly, Reyes saw a 6% sales increase and a
He was wearing a has-been shirt. I didn't even notice.
15% reduction in restocking trips.
No, don't say Blady. Do not say Blady in this chat.
These numbers suggest that data-driven supply chain management can generate significant sales boosts and cost savings. It is reasonable to assume that freestyle
Can you fuck off, man? Go listen to Car Seat Headrest and say how you're not a furry.
could yield similar results. Third, new flavors. Some of the new flavors Coca-Cola launched based on their freestyle testing turned out about as popular as the
Orange vanilla.
deeply disappointing and unwanted sequel you're going to endure in a few minutes. Take Coke Cherry Vanilla, for example.
That just sounds like ass.
Even
They've run out of flavors. They're just combining random stuff. Orange paint flavor.
though it was one of the most beloved freestyle combos, Coca-Cola decided to not produce any more in 2024 due to declining demand. Freestyle may help spot promising new flavors, but it doesn't seem to be foolproof. Out of 4 flavors brought to the market, 2 did not survive. This doesn't necessarily mean they were bad investments, just that they weren't
What the hell is orange cream?
long-term hits. Coca-Cola may have overestimated how representative freestyle users are for the broader market. Again, our request for comment went unanswered. While Coca-Cola rarely publishes concrete sales data for specific products, we found a number for one of their newer non-freestyle Sprite products that shows the potential of this market. Sprite Chill generated $50 million
What is Sprite Chill? You're just making up words now.
in sales in its first 21 weeks in the North American market.
21? Sprite Chill. Explain what that is. Limited edition caffeine-free cooling sensation that makes the beverage feel colder as you drink it. Yeah, because it's cold, idiot. Lemon lime flavor with cherry lime twist and specializing cooling agents. Well, that sounds like it's going to give you cancer. What's the ingredients in it? High fructose corn syrup, citric acid, natural flavors, sodium citrate, sodium benzoate. There's nothing there that's talking about the cooling agent. 38 grams of sugar. Fuck my life. That is just not worth it, man. I kind of want to try that now, though. That just sounds so stupid.
Again, it's hard to estimate the total profit the company may have made through new flavors that started on freestyle, and how important the found data was for their success. But looking at all 3 aspects of Yannick's analysis, one thing is relatively safe to assume.
Sprite is the goat soda. It's kind of mid, dude. I'm sorry. Look, I'm boring and old. I don't like Sprite. Every time I drink Sprite, it's like... I mean, as a mixer with alcohol, it's great. But, you know, I don't know. I just don't like it on its own. Dr. Pepper was yummers, though.
The $1 billion Coca-Cola reportedly invested into these machines has long been made back.
Engine coolant drink.